Westside Decorating Center. Good morning to you. I'm Art Lewis. Welcome to hour number 2 of the program from the Saginaw County Fair. The first day of the Saginaw County Fair on Pete Road in Chesaning at the fairgrounds, and it runs right through Saturday. We'll be telling you all about it. We'll tell you about our fruit pie competition that we'll be judging at 12 noon, and I'll give you the list of the contestants and all of that. But for this hour, it's going to be open phones, whatever you'd like to chat about, 989-752-6111. Open phones, whether it's about the fair or anything else you have in mind, you can give us a call right here on WSGW. And as I mentioned, the pies will be arriving this morning, and judging takes place at 12 noon. We've got a dozen entries, and they're all competing for lots of good prizes, cash prizes, and also lots of product from our friends at Pioneer Sugar and Star of the West. We'll have the cash prizes, and we will have more information on the judges and all of that for you as we go on throughout the morning. But again, this hour is open phones, 989-752-6111, as I've spent a little bit of time walking around the fairgrounds, and the great the things that attracts me the most are the animal barns and the agricultural side of it. But lots of food vendors here. Oh my goodness, if you can think of it, you can eat it. Lots and lots of food vendors, and of course the Big Rock amusement rides. And one price gets you in with everything. We'll tell you more about that in a little bit. But as we sit here, we also want to remind you that Stars is offering a bus ride to the fair every day. It's $5. The first one left just a little while ago at 10:05 from the Bus Plaza, downtown Saginaw. There's another one at 11:05, and there's one after that. I think it might be 1:05. I'm not positive. I'll have to check on that. And then they also come back at several different times. $5 to get down here. That beats driving in a lot of ways. So come on down and enjoy yourself here at the 112th Saginaw County Fair. And the fairgrounds has expanded, and they've built a lot of pavilions and buildings. Matter of fact, we're sitting under the Zeilinger Pavilion. It used to be just a big tent. Now it's a hard structure and nice, beautiful facility. Lots of animals, as you probably can hear in the background, because we're sitting right next to the wildfowl, the chickens, and all of that. Right in front of me is the cattle barn. To my right is the horse barn. So we are surrounded by animals, and I think the lambs and sheep are in one of these too. It's a fun time. It really is kind of a fun thing to do. But again, you don't have to talk about the fair this hour. Whatever you'd like to chat about, 989-752-6111 is the number to call. And I was just thinking about some of the news things that are happening. We've heard that the threat of tariffs has driven a lot of countries to the bargaining table, and they're still coming. And also that the impact on prices has been minimal. Now, will there be some impact? Sure, a little bit. But apparently it hasn't moved the inflation rate. Inflation is less than 3. It's 2 point something, 2.3, 2.4. And things seem to be humming along a little bit. It's good news. Now all we have to do is figure out, with all the energy that they're going to be producing, and hopefully that will have some impact on our gas prices, because that's one area where it's gone down At one point, even below $3, and then jumped back up to $3.39. But on the commodity market, that doesn't seem to be reflected in the price of the oil that much. So who knows? All right. In the meantime, let's talk to Bob in Saginaw. Bob, good morning to you.
Good morning, Art.
Morning.
I attempted to. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Out at that good Saginaw Fair. I loved that. When I was younger, I had a booth at that, and boy, that was the time of my life every year.
Did you take pictures?
No, I was out there as a vendor and talked to thousands of people. It was a nice place to be for my business, and I loved it. But what I'm calling about today is yesterday I attempted to call you, and then I got sidetracked, so I had to leave you. But Carl and you were talking about the tariffs, and you just mentioned it and put it in my head again. And these tariffs, I don't think people understand how they can help put America back to work. There's 150 countries that have tariffs on the United States products coming into theirs. And those tariffs that they have coming are to protect their workers. And that is what President Trump is attempting to do, is to protect our workers so we can build our industries here and have better jobs, better paying jobs for our people. So it's important.
Yeah, well, listen, it's, whether or not we're going to see tremendous job growth from it is to be seen yet. We are going to see some. There's no doubt about it. And the more these countries say they're going to invest in the United States, the more that's liable to happen. Our problem, if we look at this region right here, Bob, our problem is right now several major companies are looking for many, many employees. Corning is looking for 1,500. Hemlock Semiconductor is looking for a couple of hundred. SK Siltron a couple of hundred, and others. Where are they going to find them, and where are they going to house them? And those are big questions. Nationally right now, there's a shortage of workers in some industries. And we have to figure this out. We're in Michigan. We have to figure out how to educate these young people and keep them here.
This is another direction we need to go, is back to trade schools. I know.
We are, and that's true.
Tech. Yeah, that's very necessary. Not everybody's going to be a doctor or a lawyer, and they are fine positions to be in, but we need people that know how to build things and are willing to work in different industries. If we don't ever teach them, and today we have these social programs that are putting so many people into a position where they are learning that that's a way of life. And I'm all for a hand up when it's necessary, but when you have people that are living off the system forever, that's where our downfall is right now as far as employment, part of it anyway.
Well, that's the difference between a hand up and a hand out. A hand up is designed to help somebody through the tough times, get them back on their feet. A hand out is simply going to keep them down. Why would they do anything?
What it's doing. That is what it's done to a lot of the people in the United States today that could and are capable of having a job, but they've learned how to work the system. As far as the tariffs go, too, the tariff is going to put people into work because we will build industries. The problem that we have here is that we don't have a united front here. We're a divided country right now, and if we could have another Trump in office, not him necessarily, but another Trump after him and another one, now we start to have a little bit of continuity. We can put things together and we can grow. But
don't
we
count
get
your
a
chickens.
Democrat back in there I know, but if we put a Democrat back in there in 4 years, all this stuff is going to collapse because they're going to go back into the other direction. So the people that right now would think, boy, maybe I should invest, I should start an industry, but then they think 4 years out, man, if Trump's gone and I've got, Kamala back in there, I've wasted my money. So there's no security.
Listen, I live one day at a time. Live for today. And from today, build the future. I don't worry about whether the Democrats are going to come back into power because I know they will eventually. That's automatic. You can guarantee it because we're a fickle voting public.
Yeah. at your age and at my age, I'm not concerned for me. I'm concerned for my grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and so on.
Yep.
They're the ones that are going to suffer, not
All
me.
right. All right, Bob.
Nice talking to you.
Have a good
great
one.
day.
Take care.
You
Bye-bye
too.
now.
Bye.
All right, we are at the Saginaw County Fair. The line's open, by the way, for whatever you want to talk about. Today is the opening day of the fair. Veterans and military get in for free with their ID. Seniors age 62 and older, it's a $10 gate entry till 1 p.m. And by the way, that's true all week for seniors. Tonight, tractor pull in the grandstand at 7 o'clock. And at noon today, we will be judging our Michigan fruit pie competition. And here are our entries. Shayna Newton has a 4-berry pie. Linda Schmidt has a golden apple pie with oatmeal, crumb topping, and caramel drizzle. Carol Saucier, crunchy topped apple blueberry cream pie. Jenny Carlton, she has pecan pie with apples. Danielle Wolf has a skillet pear ginger pie. Rebecca Yeager has strawberry and cream pie. Ann Bates, sour cream peach pecan pie. Colt Lake has a PRB pie, and I did find out that stands for peach, raspberries, and blueberries. Audra Booker has an heirloom tomato pie. Cara Zuma has a cherry almond delight. Carl Bruce has peach raspberry crumb topping pie. And Tim Rivard has a Washington cherry pie. All the judging takes place at 12 noon here in the Zeilinger Pavilion, which is directly across from the entry. When you come in the entry, just walk straight across the midway, and you'll come to us. We're right between the animal barns, and our good friends from Michigan Sugar and Star of the West will be here with prize money and all kinds of goodies for the winners. We will take a break. And don't forget, as I mentioned earlier, Stars is running shuttle service. $5 to get down here from Saginaw. They leave at the downtown plaza. One left at 10:05. There's another 11:05 and one after that. And then they run several coaches back. So you'll be able to come down to the Saginaw County Fair, not have to drive, not worry about parking or anything. Leave the driving to them. We will be back, and lines open for you, whatever you'd like to chat about.
Hello, I'm Shep. And I'm Mark.
Billed as the biggest county fair east of the Mississippi.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
And it was hundreds of thousands of people every year.
Yeah.
Well, times change, and county fairs all over, state fairs all over aren't doing what they used to do.
I don't know if they still have a state fair in Michigan or not, but we used to go down to the state fair in Detroit, and
Yep.
that was
I don't either.
fun.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I know the fairgrounds is being used for other stuff, so
Oh.
who knows?
Well, anyway, have a good day, Art, and a good week.
right.
And
Good talking to
we
you,
like
Gene.
listening to you. Bye-bye.
I love you. Thanks. Say hi to Yoko.
I will. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. And let's go up to Bay City, and we'll talk to Al in Bay City. Al, good morning. Morning, Al. Al, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, now we got you.
Hello?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, I can remember going to the Saginaw Fair and watching the trotters, and that was big in those days. They had regular races there at the Saginaw Fair.
Oh, yeah. They
But
built
another event that was really big in the summer was right down at Chesaning in the Chesaning Showboat.
Yep,
And
there's another one that's
They
gone.
brought in a lot of big name stars.
Yeah, they
and
did.
Performed in there. So I think both the Saginaw Fair and the Chesaning Showboat were probably one of the two highlights of my summers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good memories. Lots of good memories. Chesaning Showboat, I hadn't heard about that. I hadn't talked about that in a long time, but there were just some great acts brought in there every year.
Yeah, well, certainly brought a lot of people to our towns.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
All right.
Okay,
Enough.
thank you.
Al, thanks. Take care. Bye-bye now. 989-752-6111. Talk about anything on your mind. Doesn't have to be about the fairs, but if it is, that's fine. We all have fond memories of them. I never, growing up in New York City, never went to a county fair until I actually moved to Saginaw. And that was my first experience with county fairs, and it was a good one. It was a very good experience. But in New York, we didn't do that. We, we would go every now and then to be a carnival someplace or something like that. But there weren't the agricultural type exhibits, at least that I knew of when I grew up. And if there were, I probably wasn't interested in them anyway. So it didn't really make too much difference. But moving to Saginaw was a real eye-opener when it came to agriculture. Let's talk to Carl in Saginaw. Carl, good morning.
Good morning, Art. I have some memories of the Saginaw Fair. I remember the fair when it was in September, like the second week in September. And one of the things I liked looking at was because it was the end of the season, you'd see the giant pumpkins, the giant squashes, that kind of thing.
Let me ask you a question, Carl. Let me ask you a question.
Yes? Sure.
Without divulging the name of the company or anything like that, did your business ever be a vendor at the fair for what you did?
No, we had nothing to do with the Saginaw.
You didn't
County
do
Fair.
anything.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I often wondered.
No. But I have this memory of this vendor on the Midway, and he had this Vegematic kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, you punched it down?
He was slicing and dicing cucumbers and carrots and all that stuff.
Yep.
And he had a watermelon. He had a watermelon there, and he said, in just a minute, I'm going to slice up this watermelon. And then I remember walking down the Midway and coming back 15 minutes later, and he was still there, and I overheard him say, and in a minute, I'm going to slice up this watermelon. And I think I went by, an hour later, and the watermelon was still sitting there,
Oh, those are the days. It's the fun stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thanks for the memories.
Thanks, Art.
You bet. Bye-bye now. 989-752-6111. We are at the 112th Saginaw County Fair. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Lines open for you right now.
At Carmanis,
All right, we're back with you at the Saginaw County Fair. I'm Art Lewis, and let's get back to our open line phones today. We go to Midland. Amber is waiting for us in Midland. Amber, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Morning.
I don't really have memories of the Saginaw Fair, but I do have one of the Tuscola County Fair in Tuscola County.
Yeah.
Well, my memory is basically I showed rabbits there and everything else, and to tell the truth, it was the best fair because I also did 4-H there too.
Were you a farm girl? Were you born on the farm?
Well, kind of. I basically did ag science and everything else like that. And everything else like that. And my 4-H leader, Pat LeBear, bless her heart, she passed away this year. But she helped me with sewing and showing rabbits and cooking and everything else like that.
It's good education growing up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Very.
Well, excellent. Glad you have those memories. Wonderful.
Yeah, I very do.
All right. Very good, Amber. Thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you, Art.
You're welcome. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
That's the thing when you talk to folks, young and old, who grew up around fairs. Many of them participated, raising animals. A lot of them came off of the farm. Some didn't. But the fair was the opportunity to show what you've done and how well you've done it. And still what it is today. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, we're sitting between the fowl barn where the chickens and ducks, geese, and all that are. The lambs. In front of us is the cattle barn. To the right of the horse barn. And most of what's in there have been raised by youngsters on the farm. Our own Lake and Dew Wrestle, as I talked to earlier, raises lambs competitively and has participated in many a fair. And she is a farm girl. She has on this big buckle, big Western type buckle, jeans and boots, and that's Lakin. I love her for it. But she's also quite smart and is learning agriculture. Lived it. When you're on the farm, you do it. Saginaw County Fair is where we're at. And today is Veteran and Active Military Day with free gate entry all day with your ID. Seniors age 62 and older, $10 gate entry to 1 p.m. every day of the fair. Tonight there's a 7 p.m. tractor pull in the grandstands, and there's something going on in the grandstands every day. Tomorrow is the WM truck and tractor pull. Thursday is motocross. Friday is the TNT figure eight and bump and run. And Saturday at 7 o'clock, the TNT demolition derby bump and run. And, by the way, your admission covers it all. It's one price, gets you all the rides, gets you the grandstand, gets you everything, and free parking here at the Saginaw County Fair. And coming up at 12 noon, judging of the Michigan Fruit Pie Competition. We have 12 entries. Our thanks to the folks at Michigan Sugar and Star of the West for providing all of the prizes and goodies. Cash prizes for the top three. And lots of goodies for all of our entries this morning from our friends at Michigan Sugar Company. We appreciate it. Lots going on. Come on out to the Saginaw County Fair. Bring the family with you. It really is a great family event. And, of course, don't forget there is rides from the folks at, I think it's Rock, if I'm not mistaken. Unlimited rides along the Midway. So come on out. Bring the family. Enjoy the Saginaw County Fair. Let's talk to, let me see here. Mark in Gladwin. Mark, good morning.
Morning, Art. How are you, sir?
Good.
Hey, in the state of Michigan, we struggle with education and getting students to perform at their best. And the other day, the legislation in Michigan voted down to take cell phones out of the schools and stuff. Would that not have been a good tool to try to bring up test scores as far as distractions in the classroom, since I hear time and time again that it's such a distraction, but yet it was voted down. So what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are, I agree with you, but, and here's my but, I don't want to see the state dictated. I want to see local districts do it. Let every district decide. If a District A wants them to have cell phones, okay, so be it. And if District B doesn't, okay, that's good. But I'm the older I get, the farther away I get from the state dictating, particularly education. We've got the federal government with its Department of Education. We've got the state of Michigan with its Department of Education. And what have they done for us? Nothing. We're at the bottom of the barrel in teaching a lot of subjects. And where's the advantage of having this centralized education edicts handed out?
Well, it might be close from happening with Linda McMahon. They're looking to dissolve the federal.
Well, yeah, they are.
Reaching the.
Yeah.
So that might come to fruition on local states.
And I will I'll also tell you this, though. There is a role for Department of Educations. Here's what I see as the role for Department of Education in the state. Certifying teachers and ensuring that those who are suffering from disabilities are well taken care of in the educational system. Beyond that,
program.
Yeah, well, if some of it, if it's necessary, yes. But I don't want the state dictating how districts teach. And I don't want the state dictating that you have to teach to a certain test. I think that's ruined us, because I think a lot of times teachers were teaching to the test because they had to rather than the subject. And I find that abhorrent. I just don't think we need centralized direction when we have wonderful people on school boards who are interested in their communities and know their communities. I think that's where it ought to stay.
Make a good point. All right, sir.
Take care.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah, thanks. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Take a break, and we will be back.
Rocket Grab Plot.
And we're back with you at the Saginaw County Fair. Time for a couple of more calls. Maria in Saginaw. Maria, good morning.
Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I wanted to say something about how kids are learning now. There is a channel, 19.5, for people who don't have cable. It's a Michigan Education Channel, and they're teaching kids a whole new way of math. They're making kids think about math in a different way. And I've noticed, if like these first, second, and third graders, if they teach them 27 plus 14, it'd be 27, 14. Okay, 7 and 4 is 11. Carry the 1, that's 41. They don't teach them that, so they decompose everything to break everything down. And I think it's making kids not understand how to think in their own mind what to do, because it's making it harder for them to break everything down and decompose everything. If they would just make it simple. If they would just make it simple.
Well, go back to the way we used to teach it. Go back to the way it was taught. I mean, you started out with the basics. 2 plus 2 is 4. And you went from there, and you learned subtraction, you learned addition, you learned division, one at a time. And it progressed to a certain way. Same thing with reading and writing. It seems like they're always looking to change things and got away from the basics. Now, I'm not a teacher, so I'm speaking out of turn in some degree, but I just remember when I went to school, it was all about the basics. Reading, writing, arithmetic.
Yeah, I think they should change it back, because even the spelling they're teaching them, they're reading books that are mostly about recycling and stuff. These kids are so young, they can't comprehend it. They need something simple, but they want to change everything. So they're teaching these kids at a higher level than what they can comprehend. And I think they just get lost. And now everything is, all these kids got smartphones. Why do they have to have a smartphone? If there was a way, I think what they should do is put payphones back in, landlines, to make parents not think.
Yeah, well, we're not going to go. We're not going to go backwards. I mean, that's not going to happen. And I don't begrudge the smartphone because of the word smart, because you can learn a lot from it. You can use it to research things. You can do a lot with them. But that's not what they do. They use it as, they use it for chats, and they use it for TikTok and all of those things, which are non-education. And I don't think that should happen during the school day. But I think local districts should decide what to do with the cell phones.
Exactly. And there was one more question. All these bakers out there making all these really interesting, amazing pies, after they give them the awards and they get all these pies out, do they sell them?
No, these are all amateurs.
I was wondering, all these pies, do they deliver? If people want to buy them, do they deliver?
No, these are all amateurs. They don't sell their pies. They just made a couple for the contest, that's all. These are not professional bakers. These are strictly amateurs.
Wow, it's really amazing all those interesting pies they made.